and welcome to Wikipedia Weekly Network. Here, where Albin Larsson and I, Jan Ainali, are editing Wikidata Live. How are you doing, Albin?
I'm doing well. As I just told you before we started, we have a lovely spring weather here, and I've been able to spend the entire day outdoors. How about you, Jan?
I've also been the entire day outdoors. I've been walking in a national park here, and it was also very springy and a lot of insects and birds around. So a lot of observations coming up to iNaturalist soon here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Given my topic today, did you take any picture for Commons or Wikidata?
There might be a couple that might qualify. I just carried the phone, so they're not going to be great,
Okay.
but there might be some. And I think also like today is I think the theme of the entire day is connecting Wikidata to the other projects. So and you hinted already. What are you going to do?
I want to write a couple of queries for finding things around me which needs photograph, but not only that, also things around me that might have a photograph, but might need a different type of photograph. For example, it might never be photographed during night, and we have a property for that in Wikidata.
Very nice. So expanding on just the single image to others.
Exactly. And you, Jan?
So yeah, I'm gonna go in the direction. So one of the first things that Wikidata was set to solve was quite literally to connect, to be the hub to connect articles to each other with so-called sitelinks, and those are stored on Wikidata. And I'm going to see how we can use that data in various kinds of ways.
Nice.
So I think I'll start immediately here by sharing my screen there. And I'll start on the query service uh, to, to write a few queries, and then we'll see if we get to some editing. But it might be most querying actually today. We'll see if we find any peculiarities or not. And what I'm gonna do is gonna start a little bit similar to how you started last time, because you were looking for people in the field of glaciology, and I had promised to do climate scientist, but it turned out that he was a political scientist with climate
Yeah.
interest. But now today I'm actually going to do climate scientist, so I'm going to try to find a few of those, and then we'll go to the site links from there. And I'm starting typing cell, I usually do, and then I press Control Space, and I get this selection. And you who have been watching this, you know that I usually go for this, whereas you usually go for the star. So we have different kinds of ways we like to start.
Indeed.
And first I'm going to try to find an item, a person, who is... let's say he has the field of work. Field of work there, P101. That's one of those I haven't completely memorized yet. And then the field of work would be climatology, I would think. Yes. So let's just see what that gets us to have a... And that gives us 390 results. We do get climate. That seems odd. Well, let's see. That seems also sort of like a bit recursive, or the wrong way around. Field of work. Studied in would be better. I don't think this is correct.
No.
Let's check.
Yeah.
What it actually says here. Field of area academic. Studies, research on. For the items about people. Yeah, no, this seems to be the wrong way around.
Agreed.
Do we have any human persons project industrial sector? Public policy, scholarly work. I still feel like this was sort of like. And I had this little user script so I can see who added these. And these, at least this should be a long time users. These I don't really know. But we do get a warning as well.
Yeah, what's the warning?
It's
Ah,
doesn't match any of these.
yeah.
Now, so I'm actually just gonna remove those because this is not unexpected. And when I do that, I'm actually gonna add I also use the edit sum here, so I can add something, an extra. So it's just edit summary to it. And I'm gonna click remove here, and it'll pop up a little here where I can say something. And what would be a good description here? Very generic, should not be used. Property. Spell property
On this
correctly.
type of item.
Yeah. There we go. So I'll remove that one, and I'll remove the other one as well. This is a little bit of a sidetrack, but we'll run with this. All right. So that's very common. What happens? You make a query because this is what we expected. We expected to find organizations and people who are in this field of work. So that was one of the way that we saw last time. And the other way you showed was instead with occupation. And then we will have to go climatologist, I think. And we'll run that. And we had 390 in the first one, and here we didn't get 1033, so a lot more. And then, of course,
Interesting.
Yeah. So we, of course, now we're going to find. I'm imagining this. That's sort of like I'm trying to look for items to improve. So I want to show both of these. And then a very simple trick is we can actually do a union of these two. So I'm just going to put these into the curly brackets, and then I'll do a union, and I'll do another curly brackets, and I'll do what I did the first time. I'll go with the field of work, and we'll go with spelling is climatology here. Now when we run this, we should get almost both those added to each other then. Let's just sort this here to see. Yes. So here we see one that had both. And then you
Now I'm gonna
us
sidetrack you again, Jan, because
what?
you can do that without the union in a very easy way.
Oh, you can?
Yes. So if you just write the properties next to each other with a pipe in between.
Yes.
So if you type a pipe here, and then you
Yes.
write VDT and the new one.
Mm-hmm.
That essentially says that if an item has this or that,
But
then you
does it
get it.
work when it is different values?
Oh, you have different values as well. Yeah, but you can
Yes.
just use an auto or, I think.
So I can use another pipe here?
Oh, no, no. I'm not entirely sure now, but let's try it.
Uh-huh.
It looks a little bit odd. It should be hard to parse that.
Let's see. Let's see if that works, and then we'll remove the
Oh,
union and this.
maybe you can just use it once in a statement.
We'll see. Ah, yes,
No,
that did
it
not
crashed.
work.
Okay.
All right,
Ah,
so I'll go back here. But as we saw here, we got two schmucks, and you showed the distinct. So we're gonna
yes.
put distinct here. So we'll schmuck the schmucks together. And now we got 1231, so that's very good. So here's a good data set. But then of course now look, 1231. That's a lot of people to try to select from who I would like to work on. But these are all sort of like in the field of work I would like to work on. And if you choose something else, you can change both of these or any other selection. But the interesting thing now here is that we can here ask Wikidata, or actually Wikibase, how many site links do these have? And it's surprisingly easy to do that. So if you, I thought we were gonna get, well, it's just site links here, and this is just a number, and it contains the number of how many site links it has. So if we call this anything, but we can go site links so we can easily remember. And let's spell that correctly also, so we. And then select for it. Computer. There we go. And then also order it. So we order by, and here we want to have the highest number first, I think. We can always change that. And now we still got 1231. And we see here, Alexander von Humboldt has 132 site links. So that's a very prominent person within climatology. A lot of different Wikimedia projects have created an article or page about them, depending on what the local context is called. So this is like great, and sometimes you want to work from the most important one first, or to if you're want to sort of like centralize, but you can also just swap this around. Like, no, I don't want to go to the ones who already got a lot of attention. I want to start with the ones who doesn't. And here, of course, we see a lot of people who does not even have a site link yet. So these are sort of like the imported ones, I guess, from the journals. And then, oh, there's a lot of 0. All right. So you can do that a little bit how you like. Now, we're going to go another step, but I'm actually going to create a new, keep this one, but just create a new tab here and sort of start over a little bit. Because I'm going to want to try then also to parse out the actual articles and see how that can help us inform. Imagine, for example, that I would like to translate those that are already written on English Wikipedia that we are missing on Swedish Wikipedia. That is something I could easily do because Swedish is my native language and I can read English well enough to understand what's in there. So that, for me, that's a common use case, and any language pair could work here. It's just what suits you. I'm going to start the same way, and then we'll just take one of these for now. And now I'm actually remembered field of work here. I'm still going to need a capital P. Climate ontology. So the way this is stored in Wikidata is sort of like a little bit backwards, because it, and I'm just going to name this article now, another parameter here, is that this one has something about this item, and it's called schema about, I think, yes, schema about item. So now when I run this, we're going to get every articles, also if I select for articles here. Where some of these. So let's see how that's going to look like. And now we can see here, Alfred Hettner has something Arabic. I think this is another Arabic, Bengali, Bulgarian. There's a category on Commons even, Danish, German, and so forth. So this is very sort of like useful to see, all right, it has it. Now I'm not going to select the article here because I'm not really interested in all of them. I'm more interested in the persons. And now I also want to know, well, does this article, does it exist in English Wikipedia? And there's another schema here. And it's sort of almost two ones, because as you can see here, you might think I'm going to go for the in language. If it is in English, then I want to go. But that is a little bit of because you can get the English wiki quote about this. So what you really want to do is sort of like go with the is part of to really narrow that down to one specific project. And this one is a little bit tricky because here you will actually need to, it's stored like, I think it is en.wikipedia.org and with the slash like this. Let's see. And if I mistyped anything here, it's going to be 0 results. So we'll see. Yes, so we have 110 articles in English Wikipedia here. So that's very good. So now we have found some that I can actually work on. Now I want to find also see, well, if they already exist on Swedish Wikipedia, then I do not want to work on them. So I don't want to do double work. I only want to translate the ones that exist on English, but not on Swedish. And for that, I'm actually going to do here a little bit to be very clear. I'm going to call this the EN article and the EN article. And then I'm going to use, oh, wait, this, we'll set there. I'm going to do a minus here. So I'm going to remove something that is within here. And I'm just going to call this the SV article. And of course, this SV article should also have the schema about this item. The ones that I want to remove, it should be about the same thing. So it's the same item here. And then we also want to specify that it is from Swedish Wikipedia. So we'll go the SV article schema is part of, and then we'll have to write this sv.wikipedia.org ending like that. Should be it. And now if it's right, it's going to be a little bit fewer than 110. So let's see if that actually works. Yes. So there were already 15 on Swedish Wikipedia. So now I here have some sort of translation candidates. And now what I want to do, I actually want to try to combine the first half that we showed and the second half, so I also get a sort of like a ranking order of these. And to do that, I'm going to start an entire new tab and do a little bit of copy and paste to try to be as clear as possible. So I want to select. I'm going to take all of this and go over here. And then we're going to take some selected parts from here then. So we want to do actually these three, I think. These three lines. Copy those. And we can put them in basically anywhere here. Too far to the left. And I think now, when we run this, it's going to look for both the ones with occupation climatologist and the field of work. It's going to check how many site links they have, and do they have an English article, and remove all the one with a Swedish article, and then order them as site links. So this will be my sort of like working list. Hopefully this works. And we see 478. So that was how many? I don't remember how many it was before here. So we had 95 with only one of them. And how many did we have over here? We had 1,200 that had both of them. And then removing the ones that had an article in English but not in Swedish. So there are quite a lot of them that has not an article in English either. And then we see here, I don't think I can pronounce this name. Bogatai, perhaps, might be the last name, has 20 site links, exists in English Wikipedia, but not in Swedish. So this is a prime target to me to start working at. So let's just take a look at Bogatai here. A Slovene climatologist, yes. And fairly good. There's like even a lot of information here in the, and lots of different here. I was interested in the which ones already had. So English ones I could use. There's not the Norwegian one which I could possibly also use. So maybe I could use the German a little bit, but yeah. And here we also see what I said before, like if you use the in language and use Slovenian, you would also get the wiki quote one. So this might be a to-do list for me. And then of course you could also do, oh, Catherine Hayhoe doesn't have one in Swedish yet? All right, that's one even I have read something from. So that might be something really on my to-do list. And then we also get this one because we had an or, so it doesn't need to be the occupation, it could also be the field of work. If we don't want the organization, we should only perhaps go with occupation or filter. We could add up here if we really want humans. We could go with item, and then we go with instance of, which is B38, and go with Q5, which is human. And now we had 478. This is going to take away at least one, maybe more. Three. So we're just lucky to see one in the top. All right. So I think I'm going to share this one with you. So you have as a like the end goal, and you can try to tease this apart. And also, of course, always you can go back to the this here we have that one. And I think that was sort of my goal today. It worked quite smoothly, I think. Did you understand all, Albin?
Yeah, I did, and I got a little bit inspired. So we got this really amazing translation, machine translation tools between Scandinavian languages, where it's almost, it's not perfect, but it's not far from, at least between Swedish and Norwegian, which I write.
Yes. Yeah.
And you could kind of match, like, is it in one language but not the author one?
Yeah.
Because if you did that, you could probably produce the article at a very fast rate, but still very high
Mm-hmm.
quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and I could
Yeah.
also imagine like you could filter on even more type of things, or like rank them by the number of statements as well,
Yeah.
or yeah, bringing in author
Yes, that
attributes.
too. And just to let everybody know, these translations tools are, there are different local policies on the project. So check the target language you're translating to, what they accept, because I know that English Wikipedia is a little bit more conservative. And then, as you said, Albin, that the translation tool itself is not evenly good between different language pairs. So I
No,
think,
I think the one for the Scandinavian like languages is entirely custom as well.
yeah,
It was made by some PhD in Norway, and Wikimedia Foundation took it
yeah,
on.
yes. And is that the one that is the open source one, the Apertium thing?
I think it's based on that, but it might
Yeah, yeah,
still be a fork or something like that.
yeah. So it varies a little bit. So do check that out in your local, and don't create
Yeah.
10 and then sort of be surprised that, oh no, they don't like it.
Yeah, and always just do it to languages you know and read it and
Yes,
so
so
on.
you also can check it. So
I
it will
would
save you a
never,
lot of time, but it's not totally
even
automatic.
if someone which writes one Norwegian languages and writes Swedish, I would never try to translate the article to Danish. It should be possible, but no, I'm not
Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. All
So
right.
I am having a little bit of a different approach to this connecting to other parts. I want to use Wikidata to get more images. Sometimes to Wikidata items, but technically the images are in commons, so I think I'm really clear. Um, and I don't think I can start this without first giving a shout out to Wiki Shoot Me, which is like it does a lot of this for you to a certain extent. So this is we're somewhere in Sweden. I might live nearby. I might not live nearby. And we got all of these red ones, which are Wikidata items with coordinates. And here we got the stone settings, so bronze age likely burial site. We can click here, and we only got in German here, but it's manor, given my somewhat manageable German. Here we got the nature reserve, and all of these are used on commons, so you might be able to use this. Let's see. I even took this one. And you can use this on your phone or whenever to go around and photograph things. It's great, but it only takes one, the main image property, into account as far as I know. It got a bunch of
Yes.
filter features. Maybe someone figures out how that can be used in relationship to the Orchard ones, but um, I want to make a Wikidata query map which do maybe it colors the various ones if they have this maybe the night view. But first I want to have a look what type of image properties do we have to begin with. So I want to head over to Wikidata and I want to go to the image property. Let's see, did it? Yes, it gave me P18. Because a Wikidata property to link to commons, that could probably give me most of them, but I want to check for more things here. Um, Wikidata item for this property, image, no. Let's see. We got the related properties. We got a lot of ones here. Nighttime view, panoramic view, this type of thing I'm looking for. Winter view. I'm never gonna be done. RL view. Might be tricky. I might not be after that one. But we also got some like image URLs, which I would like to avoid. I want commons ones that we
Hmm.
can actually contribute to in a nice way. So let's also look at winter view. It's probably going to be less noise there. Wikidata property to link to commons. I mean, we will get categories here as well, but it might still be the easiest one. So property of image maybe. Mm, I'm gonna try this one because I just want a curated list anyway. So let's first see what we got. Let's use the autocomplete here. Item VDT. Um, we got 89. Wait, there's 89 properties to link to commons.
That's a
That
lot.
surprises me. Now, that I would not have guessed that. Let's see what those are as well. Give me the label service. And do item, item label. I've got the video, audio, all the maths variations. Okay, it's tabular data as well. Okay, this is like a property for a museum, but with links to commons,
Huh?
I guess. Image of construction. Okay, I guess there are that many ways to link things. I'm just a bit curious here. What's PDF file of a story in
Ah, maybe
okay.
you should do the sub property of image as well then.
Oh yeah, I can just combine them. That's a good idea. Let's do that for the sake of it. Oops. And no, this needs to be a property. No, what's the data model like? It can't be a property according to the data, right?
I think it can be.
Um, okay, I need
You
to
could see
sub
it on
property.
the winter view.
Oh, it is a property. Yeah. Now I'm gonna miss out on image, but that's fine. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's way less.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Okay, but I can work from this. And I guess view is if you stand at a certain location and take image from it.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. That's interesting as well. Okay, but now I want to be able to query for this. I'm gonna open a new tab like this, and I'm gonna use this amazing SparkL feature called values, where I can essentially say image properties and just list the ones I want. VDT, and we want image. Then I want VDT view, and I want VDT winter view. And let's see here, we want the nighttime view as well. I'm gonna curate a small list here of ones that I think it's realistic that I might be able to go out there or maybe find already in my collections. For example, I don't have a drone, so I'm not gonna take an aerial photograph. Um, let's see, place name sign, maybe, but it would be very few
Mm-hmm.
items around me which would have that one. So let's see.
the interior view? Image?
Maybe. I might do a special one for buildings then.
All right, all right,
Because
right.
there's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
image for entrance, which is
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, nice, but there are not that many buildings around here. Let's see. Yeah, there we got image of entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Inscription image. I mean, there's a bunch of rune stones nearby. Um, information sign that we can't do in Sweden.
Image of construction.
Um, I think I'm missing panorama view and a few other ones. I think.
Ooh.
Is it not the
Why
subclass of image?
is it
That
like
one?
another level down?
Ah, that might be it. Let's fix the query then.
Let's check it.
Let's fix the
Uh,
query.
ah,
No, it's just
you can't just do the star on the first.
how can I use to start? Yeah, I probably can. 45 results. So let's do the different. Did we find a panorama now? Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
interesting. I wonder what that's. Now I need to check it. Subproperty of view.
Ah, so that's the way it goes down.
Interesting. Okay, I'll buy that. So let's see.
I'm not sure I do because
Okay.
I think I used it sort of like this is the panoramic view of this thing, not from this thing.
Yeah, I was thinking like if you are in a building, you get the surroundings inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I get if you are at the viewpoint, I get it. Or do I? Yes, I do it. At the viewpoint, I get it. But for example, this one, when you got like a full
Mm-hmm.
fair around it, then I do not buy it because then you actually see the point of interest as well, so to say.
Yeah. Hey, that's a special case because that's sort of both.
Okay. Let's see here. I think that might be it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But of course, I could query this and just ask for some generic purpose places, but I also want places somewhat nearby. So I'm gonna open yet another query, and I'm gonna show something really nice in this example search is that it does not only search like the various title here of the examples, it do actually search inside of queries, the queries themselves as well. So I know that there is a service called around, so I can just type around here, and there is actually not in one of these you see around in the title here. But if I click one of this, I can see that it calls the Wikibase around service, and that's why it picked it up. So I'm just gonna copy this part and paste it in.
How does that one? Is that one in the autocomplete as well?
I guess it is. Let's.
I see it there, the third one.
Oh, and it even gave me the auto coordinates by default. So we're gonna stick to that. Not that I think it works nearby here. But we can start from this. So we are selecting places, locations. Let's actually start filtering that they should they have or not have. Let's say they no, let's just get the places first. Let's run it like this, but only select the place. See what happens. No, I want to block it. Does it completely crash then? No, it did pick up the coordinate here. Now I know how to format that as well. That's nice. So if I... Oh, I typed service. Could not be resolved as point. I just copied it.
It had to be geoliteral as well.
Oh. Then I'm gonna keep the outer coordinates. Okay, I got a bunch of places. Let's actually select the location as well so I can see this on a map. I get 2000. Let's switch to the map view. I do that over there. Clearly don't use this enough. Okay, I'm absolutely nowhere here. This is Berlin. Was that because I denied my location? It just falls back to Berlin?
Perhaps. Is that the Wikimedia Germany office? No, it's not.
No,
But it
I
would
don't
be
think
cool
so.
if it was. No, it's not, I think. No,
No.
it is. It is the
It is
Tempelhofer
okay.
Roofer. Yes, that's the road, Tempelhofer Roofer. That's cool that it goes back to. Or is it another place on it? Is it a long road? I'm not sure. Someone in the chat might know.
I don't remember it should be here. Shouldn't it be somewhere else? I was about to say somewhere up here. Ah,
Ah,
that I can't
it's
really.
it's it's that street at least.
Okay. It would make sense rather than it being a random place in Berlin.
We get confirmation here from Lydia. It is the VMD
Okay,
office.
that's nice. It's almost an Easter egg.
Yes.
Um, okay, but let's see if we're gonna stick to these coordinates. Then let's see how good they are at photographing things around the Wikimedia Deutschland offices. Uh,
Maybe you don't get any hits now because everything is taken.
yeah, so let's just start with the plain minus here first to filter things out. And let's see. They should not have. Yeah, they should not have an image if we take place. And then do image properties. And then I don't really care about this. So I just say void. And I'm not entirely sure how this is optimized now. It might be a very long query. Hopefully it runs this first.
Hmm.
Let's see.
It seems like it's not.
Yeah. If I just move this. I don't. Oh! Oh, it was surprisingly quick. It might have optimized something.
Oh,
Let's see here. Oh, I really need to set a map to the definitely.
so it
What
you
did
you
we get the
used to
first
have
time?
2,000 results and so 600 was
Okay,
removed.
yeah. So those 600 got one of this, which is
Mm-hmm.
interesting. So I
Mm-hmm.
wonder what happens if we just remove all of the ones that aren't the main ones and give it a go. What? Oh, wait. Yes, it needs to mean mine. Yeah, it kind of loops through it. Okay, that's my bad. So that's really impressive then. If it means that the ones that were removed when we had all of this had all of them.
Ooh.
That's really impressive if I haven't misunderstood that. But we can verify that quickly by just saying that they must have done. No, now we got a different result. What's going on here?
262.
Let's click one of them. Oh, they have lost. It got a lot of images, okay. We got an aerial view. No.
Huh.
Then it must be counting, and it might be that it does that. No. No, I mean, do you still have it on the clipboard somewhere? Yes, you do. Okay, let's try to figure this out. Here we got a lot of them. This doesn't make sense.
No, you got a different number.
Yeah, I got a different number this time. That's weird. Is it in the same location or did it? No, of course it's in the same location. This got confusing. And if I break the cache, no, I got the same. It just took long. Okay, let's do the default map at least. Because it's getting annoying. So now I got this minus. It should mean that either they're missing one of them or more, I guess. Oh, this got confusing. This was not how it made. Um, do we also get like duplicates here? I wonder.
Yes.
Oh yes, that's why.
Right. If you do distinct there.
Let's
Now
see
you should
what's going
only
on
get
here then.
one there when you click instead of several. But it has the P18.
Yeah, but I think it. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if this is actually computed like instead of being it's like done like this and then you got P8 in here and then here you got P8, 5, 17 and so on in the same minus closure. But no, then we wouldn't get any of them. There is something odd going on here. Okay. So if I do not have this, how many results did we get? What?
The same?
Okay, and if I just remove this around, and then I assume we will have things that have at least one of them here. Yes. Ah, this is weird. How does it use it? Does it just pick the first one?
If you change the
is
order
not-
and put P18
Ah,
last
true.
in the
Let's
list.
change the order, yeah. And what was this one? It was view. That's a good one. Maybe they got some high buildings. No. But here it doesn't have an image.
So this is a correct one then.
Yeah. Is it just an accident we got the same number? That's incredibly unlikely.
Oh, there
No.
you got the Tempodrome again.
Let's think here.
So the other
Ah,
way around would be to do like 6 minuses, one for each of them,
yeah,
but that would be tedious.
exactly. That's why I want to use values.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
of course, we could do it like this and so on and categorize them that way. Um, okay. Hmm. See if I do it like this. Then it took away 2. So 2
Mm-hmm.
got the view 1.
Mm-hmm. That seems likely.
It seems likely. Um, hmm. So if I want to essentially categorize this by colors, by the images missing. So I'm gonna duplicate this to find an example by coloring labels. I always forget. Let's see. Any of this that could be map. That I assume. No, that's a distance group.
That's a bar chart.
That's a bar chart. Okay, then we're gonna go to the fancy help here over at the user manual, I believe. And then there is a subpage here. I think.
The
Or
results
maybe I
views.
could. Result views, exactly.
Yeah. And it's also linked from the question mark near the results view button. I think we discovered online when doing a stream before. So if you check next to the drop down for the results views, there's a help link there.
Ah, that's where it is. Ah, okay. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. It's used RGB. Okay. Ah, then let's add that. And let's see. If they have, if first of all, if they don't have any of them, they should go in a category and be colored red because they do not have any images, I think. And if they have P18, which is like the next level, a generic image, they should get maybe a color yellow and so on. And let's implement that. Mm, so given that I'm not entirely sure of values behavior right now, let's do find and do an if in here. If let's select all of them as optionals. Maybe that's the easiest way. So we can essentially do it like this and have image. So I want a place. And then EDT P18. Let's not do all of this. But let's do what's the most obvious ones for me? Probably P18, use the image, the night view, I guess, because in
Mm-hmm.
Sweden it's actually winter, or it's night a lot of the time, at least one part of the year.
It looks like night
Uh,
off more often than it is night.
yeah, and I think that's kind of the point of the property. At least it seems like that. It's like the winter one where it says like uh, that it's a good idea to have snow on it, and it's like okay, winter
Yeah.
snow, yeah, okay. Which is the night one? That's the one. Let's just call it night.
Wait, did you have typos in there? WDT and WD in the image
I have a bunch
properties?
of typos in here. Now when you say
Was that the thing that was missing before?
probably let's that was probably it. Let's see. Minus place and then image properties, and that can be anything.
Still the same. All right.
Still the same number there. And we got that number for a lot of things. Let's see if there is something orchard going on or if this will actually work. So okay. Now essentially with only this two, we do have 3 levels anyway. Like there could be new image, there could be a regular image, and there could be we could actually have even okay, let's make it simple. There could also be that there is a night image. Like 3 levels. And we can just make the assumption that if someone has taken a photograph of it during night, there is also already an image. Maybe a broad assumption, but I imagine that would be how it would be on Wikidata as well. If we only got the night image, would it be in the image one as well, y'all?
I think I have sometimes just added a night view for something and didn't add it as the main. But that has been for some of the streets here in Amsterdam where I'm gonna take the regular one soon.
Okay. Because I kind of imagining that you want to have it in the image one. I think I would do that because someone using Wikidata might not fall back
Yeah.
to the image one. So let's see here. If image is set, and with the order here becomes important. If image is set, we want to check the night one as well. And if the image is not set, we want to give it a color. And what's green?
It's 00 FF00.
Nice. This is always impressive to me. And let's see here. Actually, if there's not an image, we want that to be red.
So that would be FF0000.
FF0000. Of course it is. And let's see here. Then we want to check the night. I'm not entirely sure I write the if ones in order here either. Is it comma or is it not comma? Always forget. Let's see. If night, we want to check. We might not want to check anything. We actually only need this two. So that red, then I have green on the clipboard, and that if no, that should be that one, and this one should be yellow. Do you know yellow?
Yeah, I think you can go with FFAA00. Will be decent.
It is amazing.
This one was cheating.
Oh, you cheated.
Yeah. Yellow I didn't know by heart.
I wonder if this should do the trick. There is a likely chance that I messed up the if here.
It didn't explode at least.
No, it haven't exploded. I think the syntax is on it. But I wonder if which is false and which is positive. Do they have a link to the Sparkle handbook here? No. No.
The one on Wikibooks.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
Oh, it's not linked here. Let's see. If condition, then else. Okay. So I think I did it correct. We got a timeout. I'm just gonna try to move this. Oh, that did. But why? Why? 491 again.
No RGBs at all. Do you have to check if they're bound or?
Oh, that might be it. Yeah, watch your voice, they might check. Okay, but if I only do it like that, it should be. But it might give me red, that particular one. Okay. So let's see. And what does the table look like?
No, you have different values.
I do have different values, yes. Do I not need the sharp side? Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. So let's see if it's also correct. We should, of course, select the image as well. So what did I click to begin with? I clicked the green one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it got a nighttime view and it got an image. Okay. So let's see, click a yellow one. It should have an image. We got an image and no more images. Okay. So let's see. Here's a red one. It should not have an image. It does not have an image. Okay. Ah, this is what I wanted. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna. This is some magic number, by the way. 491. It's probably all of the ones. I'm gonna remove my values here because it doesn't end up being used. But I'm gonna rerun this and quickly share it with everyone. I already want to do some changes to it, like you should of course see the image and things like that, and the label and so on. But you know, we lost some time here, and it's orienteering on the television. So let's go here. There we go. There's the map. You need to enchant it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm at least gonna do it for my own sake and purpose. I also, you might not only want to do images, you might want to do video as well. At least for streets, I think videos are pretty nice. Okay.
All right. So I just want to show before we end, if I can find it again, that there's also continuing Wikidata Leveling Up Days tomorrow. And there's not a link from the first page? Oh, there it is, in the news. And yes, there we see it. So continuing tomorrow, and this starts at, so this is going to be the last day. So that's going to be day 6 here. So it starts on Sunday at 16 UTC. So that's where it goes. And it's a wrap up. And there's a Wikidata clinic with questions. And then it's social time and games. And I think there are some new games since the last times there were games being played. So that might be very interesting. There's
Oh,
always people developing. And I think you have something brewing as well, at least an idea, right?
yeah, I have a. It's an idea which I've been spending way too much time on without making that much progress. But
All
yes,
right.
I'm also working on a Wikidata game.
That's excellent. Oh. All right. But I think that was all for us for today. And enjoy the rest of the Wikidata leveling updates. And we'll be back. We don't know exactly when, but sooner than the gap from the last time, at
Yeah.
least. And until then, happy editing.
Happy editing.